Assalamualaikum, nama saya Faisal Mustafa dan saya seorang master instructor. Dan video kali ini saya akan merangkumi satu lagi kursus yang saya jalankan iaitu PADI Dive Master Course. Bahan rujukan yang saya menjalani sepanjang kursus ini dijalankan di antaranya ialah PADI Dive Master Manual. Dan dalam video ini saya akan memfokuskan dalam chapter 1 Dive Master Course iaitu The Role and Characteristics of Dive Master. Saya ingin bantuan anda untuk subscribe kepada channel ini, tekan like, aktifkan loceng anda dan sekiranya anda mempunyai sebarang masalah tentang ataupun pertanyaan tentang section yang kami bincangkan, anda boleh tinggalkan komen di bahagian bawah dan saya cuba menjawab seberapa yang saya mampu. Ada orang berpendapat bahawa macam Dive Master ni macam wow, Dive Master dia lebih tinggi macam yang paling atas pasal nama master tu. Dia punya terminologi tu confusing ataupun dia anggap macam Dive Master is the highest position dalam diving industry. And professionalism is part of the evaluation throughout the program, throughout the course. Okay, you have to show your professionalism in every training ataupun in every activity yang kita buat. Termasuklah disiplin, termasuklah cara pemakaian kita, cara percakapan kita pun dah kena jaga, perwatakan kita dah kena jaga, dah ada macam we cannot do anything what we like dah sekarang ni dah. Pasal kita ada tanggungjawab yang kita kena pikul. Have expert dive skills, okay? Mereka akan mempersoalkan, dive master skill macam ni ke tunggal langgang? Okay? So in order for you to prepare, my responsibility pula to make sure that you master all the 24 skills, the rescue skills, the knowledge about dive management. Okay? Supaya tidaklah berlaku adalah mungkinlah insyaAllah tidaklah ada kemungkinan mereka akan mempersoalkan kita punya professionalism. Tanya tak erti nak jawab, nanti aku check dulu besok. But whatever it is, kalau kita tak sure, kita promise that I will get back to you tomorrow or in the evening or tonight. Macam tu. Jangan janji macam, aku tak ingat masa belajar dulu aku ingat lah. That is not professional. Selalunya orang akan cakap macam tu. Kan? Use good judgment. Follow responsible dive practices. Adhere to PADI standards and make conservative decisions. So whatever you do, boleh ke tak boleh buat benda ni kan? Kita tak payah nak buka kita punya folder tu dan kita ada di hujung jari, kita check sama ada apa yang kita buat tu adhere to PADI standards dan itu adalah kita punya rujukan untuk kita membuat keputusan. Service them. Okay? Dan jangan biarkan mereka terkapai-kapai. So assist them as much as we can. The most important is sabar. Banyak bersabar. Okay, kerana sabar aja, beriakan aja, anggukkan aja. Okay, but in the end of the day, dia akan tahu that, aku dah buat satu macam kesalahan. I was too harsh to the dive master. Dia akan rasa diri dia tu bersalah. Okay, kita ikutkan telatah dia dan pada satu waktu dia akan sedar. Act like a professional. Walaupun kita punya ilmu tu tak cukup, tak banyak, tak penuh lagi. Tapi nak hidup, we act like professional. Okay? Have excellent dive skills, exude confidence and prioritize safety. Okay? Confidence tu yang penting. Walaupun kita buat tergabur-tergabur kan. Confidence tu yang penting. Supaya kalau kita sendiri tak confidence, apatah lagi student divers. Okay. Dan apatah lagi orang yang dah setahun tak buat diving. Okay, dia punya nervous tu balik-balik. So kalau kita sendiri yang tak yakin, apatah lagi mereka ni. Practice safe, responsible diving. Demonstrate appropriate care for the environment. Okay. Now, as a dive master, you have to be very sensitive kepada environment. Make sure that your divers do not harm the aquatic life, do not harm the environment. Masalah dia bersepah-sepah, buoyancy, apa tu, sepak-sepak coral, patah-patahkan coral, macam tu kan. You have to be very sensitive. There are times that you have to be very strict to them. Okay? Because for you and for diving juga, it is the most priority. Okay, ada satu sebab Blue Bubbles ni adalah member of Greenfin dipanggil. Greenfin ni satu organisation yang dah beraku janji bahawa dia akan menjaga mengikut standard environment. Okay? Kadang-kadang yang student divers ni dia punya buoyancy pun tak elok. You make your own judge their buoyancy are good, baru boleh bawa dia orang pergi ke tempat-tempat yang macam tu lah. It's all about your judgement. Be equipped with well-maintained and up-to-date dive gear. Kita punya equipment tu tip-top lah. Jangan dive, kita punya bocor sana, leaking sini, dan VCD pun bocor, kita punya regulator pun tak service. That is very bad. You are not actually showing a good role model. Fitness, yang ini that makes me, why I become a dive master at that time, bukannya hanya nak sepenuh masa, because I've got my full-time job. Because being a dive master, you have to have a good fitness. Maknanya secara tak langsung ni kita kena pastikan yang kita punya fitness tu bagus. Kalau kita pancit, oh malu. Kita pancit orang lain okey lagi. Kita punya air tu dah 50, yang lain semua 100. Oh malu. So that force me, trigger me or motivate me to have a good fitness. Macam jogging, maknanya kita punya heart rate tu at ni lah, walaupun kita punya usia pun dah meningkat kan, tapi kita punya fitness tu okey. Swimming selalulah kita buat. Rasa badan kita dah naik ke, dah macam melonde-londe, kita punya muscle dah tak naik, then put an effort. Sekurang-kurangnya duduk di rumah ke, kalau kita tak boleh jogging, then you put an effort macam skipping, do your sit-ups, whatever you can do from home. Keep up with dive trends, informations and practices, including environmental issues. Being a professional, PADI akan spoon-fed you with all this information through their newsletters. So make time untuk update on the issues yang berlaku, ataupun standard yang diorang update, ataupun diorang kemaskini, trend dan practice. Sebab nanti kita akan belajar apa yang secara tradisional dan apa perubahan yang tadi telah buat disebabkan oleh COVID-19 transmission risk. So ada satu peraturan lain. So we have to keep ourselves update. Because of COVID ni, transmissions of risk, dia dah ubah sikit certain skills yang kita kena ubah dan mengurangkan physical contact dan membawa kepada transmissions of virus, macam itulah. Okay, we will go to that. Easily build rapport with student divers and customers. Janganlah sampai setiap 10 minit, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Macam tu diorang ni nak macam, kau ni apa hal? Kan? Macam tu kan. Janganlah every 10 minutes dia tanya. Tapi kita kalau macam once in a while kita tanya, is everything okay? Dan kalau tak pun kita perhatikan daripada jauh je lah. Where diorang macam diorang cari something tu, so you volunteer yourself. Are you looking for something? Macam tu kan. So dia kata rupanya dia cari weight belt dia atau dia punya mask, dia cuci, dia letak dalam tu, dalam besen, lepas tu dibiarkan. Lepas tu dia pergi melepak-lepak macam tu kan. Kita ni mengemas lah. Lepas tu dia pencari. So kita tak boleh nak biarkan everything in a basin macam tu kan. Kita simpan kan. So apabila dia mencari terkapai-kapai, dia mencari-mencari, so you just offer lah. Are you looking for something macam tu kan. So dia kata, oh thank you. Bila kita dah jumpa dia punya mask. Lepas tu kita tegur lah. Janganlah marah. Lain kali lepas habis tu terus sidai. Nanti bercampur-campur kan susah nak cari. Dia kata okay, ataupun in the basket. Okay. Nanti kalau hilang nanti susah. So dia faham. The way you talk to them. Jangan sampai duk marah. Dia orang tak suka kita. I believe that both of you have that skill lah. Bercakap secara polite. Tegur pun secara polite. Macam tu. Okay. Semua ni perangai dia. Yang paling penting, sabar. Okay. Demonstrate customer service and act on business needs of Dive operation. Kalau misalnya dia patahkan, dia hilangkan benda-benda yang dia sewa, kita kena report lah. Okay, sebab kita ada satu form equipment apa yang dia ambil. Lepas tu dalam in between tu dia hilangkan mask underwater pasal dia letak dekat atas kan, jatuh hilang. Nak cari dah drift macam tu kan. Takkan kita dah naik atas, lepas tu kita nak turun balik kan, which is harm to us. So kita report, get the new mask, lepas tu let the manager decide sama ada dia perlu ganti cara wang ringgit ataupun macam mana. Tapi dia perlu tahulah yang you yang dah hilangkan dan you kena gantilah. Macam mana pun cara gantian tu let the dive center lah yang uruskan. Macam for myself, I have few sets dekat rumah for rental. Pandai-pandai lah, double aku charge macam tu kan. Kenakan aja kan. Tapi dia faham. Yang paling penting, masa dia sewa equipment tu, dia dah tanda dan dekat bawah tu dia ada benda yang dia sign. Maknanya dia bertanggungjawab untuk menjaga dan pulangkan dalam keadaan yang sama. Read people and situations and make conservative judgment calls. Keputusan di atas anda. Macam mana pun nak anda membuat, jangan sampai terpalit balik diri sendiri. Kita betul, kita punya niat tu bagus. Tetapi there are times yang mereka akan mengambil kesempatan dan salahkan kita balik. Dia buatlah, dia create any reason lah ataupun dia ungkit-ungkit. Make your own good judgment. Okay, bad role model versus good role model. Give divers pattern to follow with respect to responsible dive practices and habits. Help student divers to learn by just watching, and consistency reinforces what they learn. Is more like to give credibility, encourage divers to consider your suggestion. You are orang di tengah-tengah di antara instructor dengan student divers. Anda di tengah-tengah. Dia orang rasa macam segan. Ada soalan, dia nak tanya tapi dia segan sebab klik dia diver-diver yang lain. Okay, dia rasa segan. So, you are the middle person. You are my ears and eyes. Tolong dia orang equipkan because we are catching up with time. Okay. So assist them, beri keyakinan kat diorang. Kalau kita satu group, katalah 4 orang sekali turun, diorang tu tak sama level. Okay. Kepandaian catching up with the things that they learn tak sama level dia. Ada yang lambat belajar, ada yang lambat. So kalau misalnya yang lambat pick up ni, that is where you have, dia macam lecturer dengan tutor lah. Tutor ni untuk bagi extra time. So kalau kita dah naik, they need to practice more. Practice saja yang membolehkan dia mahir. So you have to, yang extra time tu, dive master punya tanggungjawab. Bagi dia clear mask tu kan, tak boleh. Padahal kita dah cakap, cuma dia faham, tapi dia tak boleh buat. Sabar, practice, kena practice. Okay. So dive master yang adakan free session untuk the students tu. Okay. Mungkin you ada method-method yang lain yang lebih memudahkan dan kejar balik. Kejar balik with other student drivers. Kalau boleh kita akan graduate certified sekali lah. That role model pula, not following responsible dive practices, disregarding personal fitnesses or using poorly maintained equipment which can cause divers to question these practices, habits and needs. Inilah dia akan ambil point untuk serang kita balik. Dive master pun agak pun macam tu, bersepah-sepah. Dia dah cakap macam tu. Dia ambil point on the negative aspect of kita untuk backup dia. So that is what Paddy says, that you are actually giving a bad role model, being uncaring, unempathetic and even demeaning towards others, which can cause divers to question you and your suggestions. Dah habis terus hilang. No, actually kita kena, we were first to arrive and we will be the last one to go home. Divers will follow your example as much as or more than what you say. Okay? And at the end, kita akan rasa bangga sebab kita yang mengajar dia dan sekarang ni, look macam mana dia behave. Dia pergi tenggol ke, dia pergi perhentian ke, tengok siapa yang ajar dia. You know, kita ada macam kita punya satisfaction sendiri. Pasal dia kata, kau kenal lah Izam. Macam tu kan. So dia kata, tak kenal. Dan dia akan promote you. Okay. Izam and dia punya team lah, Faisal lah. Why do divers want the assistance of Paddy Dive Master? Yang ini kisah yang certified diver pula. Yang paling banyak sekali ialah tugas-tugas ialah guiding. They are all certified. By right, boleh tak diorang ni pergi on their own? Farid, boleh tak diorang turun on their own? Tak payah guiding?
Tak boleh.
No.
Dia boleh, macam certified diver, dia boleh sebenarnya nak pergi tempat tu sebab dia dah certified kan. Tapi untuk safety purpose, dia at least ada seorang guider.
Kalau nak ikutkan standard, tak ada pun. Boleh je. Dia dah certified as long as you ada buddy, you boleh turun je. Dekat luar negara, dive master dia tak pakai wetsuit pun. Dia duduk aja atas, ambil nama, bagi briefing, lepas tu kita tunggu je dia orang naik. Macam tu. Tapi dekat Malaysia ni, dah menjadi satu norm. Satu yang kebiasaan, mesti ada. 4 orang ataupun 8 orang mesti ada guide. Macam tu. Dia dah menjadi macam satu yang dilakukan oleh semua orang macam tu. By right, tak perlu pun. One of the reasons sebab crash course. Course dia tu terlalu pendek. Wah, cicah certified. Lepas tu pergi diving. Semua huru harga. Inilah dive master kita lah. Kita yang kena sapu sampah. Kita yang jaga tu lah. Kita yang jaga dia punya ni lah. Padahal itu tanggungjawab dia sebagai certified diver. Tapi kalau yang bagus pun kadang-kadang benda ni berlaku. Sebab itu macam when you do guiding, make sure you ada macam set of O-rings. Terutama sekali macam kita punya tank kan, leaking. Masalah dia O-ring je. Dah sampai tengah laut baru kita perasan ada leaking dekat O-ring. O-ring dia dah koyak. Ataupun tak ada O-ring. Dive master to the rescue lah. So you kena ada lah betul-betul semua. Itulah kata, terima kasih lah bang, terima kasih lah, kalau tidak tak diving saya. You can handle dive logistics, will recommend techniques for diving in local conditions and help divers compare their skills and experience to those conditions. Sampai satu tempat tu moderate current. Padahal kita tengok okey je moderate current. Dia dah tak nak turun pula. Sebelum dia buat decision untuk tak mau turun sebab dia takutkan current, you bagi dia macam encouragement. Macam okay, memang ada ni moderate current. Kalau moderate current ni you turun pakai tali. Kita dapat kat sini kan, jangan ikut dia orang. You ikut saya, you ikut pakai tali dekat bawah. Dia punya current tu slow sikit. Okay, kita just follow the current. Okay, macam tu. Kalau dia rasa tak nak juga, then no force. Dia punya decision. Dia dah tak nak juga, tak apa. Tapi kalau misalnya selagi boleh, kita encourage lah. Kesian dia dah bayar semua sekali kan. Itu okey je. Kita dapat kita punya payment. Tapi show that can handle difficulties, minor difficulties sampai ke major difficulties yang mungkin arise. Major ni sampai ke tak boleh bernafas lah. Sometimes sampai ke boat, kita check tak cukup air. So what you do? 181 tu tak cukup 200. So you kena basically kena korbankan. Okay, you ambil saya punya tank. I pakai 180, it's okay. Okay? Macam tu. Oh ya ke? Betul ke ni? Macam tu kan. That is pengorbanan. So kita punya bernafas pun macam jaga-jaga sikit, takut habis dulu kan. So korban macam minor ni, macam itulah, macam O-ring tu, benda-benda yang kecil-kecil menyebabkan dia punya dive kena cancel. We provide information that helps improve safety and add to the fun. Okay, macam tadilah, macam current tadi tu, suruh dia orang ikut tali, or susah sangat, kita ada lanyard, kita pegang, you will not go away. You pegang je satu ujung, or I hook to your BCD, I hold. Okay, wherever I go, you just follow. Tapi you rasa confident, you buka lah hook tu. Dia kata okay. Your responsibility as a dive master, ya. Pak, this is Paddy. This is the office in Australia, our regional office in Australia. When you are macam professional, you visit when you have time, pergi visit Canberra. Kalau dia tunjuk you punya dive master card, dia akan bawa tour dalam the whole office. Kalau nak lah, I haven't been and I don't care. This is the largest in the world. Because I think because of the marketing yang dia buat all around the world. Tapi on certain parts of the world, Paddy not as dia tak boleh penetrate on other agencies punya nama lah. Okay, but overall, Paddy is the largest. So dia cover most of the recreational. Dia on the technical part semua sekali dia mungkin kurang sikit lah. Okay, dan kita juga ada satu, dia tak panggil Project Aware lagi, dia panggil Aware Foundation. Satu yayasan yang kita menyumbang sedikit sebanyak kepada alam sekitar. These are the founders, John Cronin and Ralph Erickson. So they are the one come up with instructors punya manual. First, those were the days when they started diving in a recreational. (1970s). Okay. Dulu military. Sekarang ni dia dah menjadi recreational through Paddy lah. Okay. Becoming popular more on the recreational. So they are very sensitive about customer satisfaction. Ribu orang professional as a member of Paddy sekarang. So you become one of them. Materials pun diorang dah upgrade into very virtual learning dan sebagainya according to the demand of the society sekarang lah. Okay. So eventually dalam masa ke semasa diorang akan improve. Itulah kita punya instructors manual tu sering berpindah-pindah. These are the rescue skills, termasuk rescue skills, and how interesting they would introduce the wreck diving. Cuma tinggal dia punya video je dah out of date sikit lah. Which I already addressed to Paddy lah. Dah lama sangat. At the same time also cara kita presentation, kita cross selling dengan benda-benda, sebab itu yang macam selling, servicing is part of the curriculum tadi buat. Marketing is dia akan bagi training on marketing di Australia. So kalau kita tak attend dia punya meeting, dia punya training, virtual training, terugilah pasal kita dah bayar kot every year. So this is the instructor training. Dia panggil IDC, Instructors Development Course. Yang boleh mengajar semua level di bawah sehingga Dive Master. So ada juga yang daripada organisation lain yang crossover because of the demand. Pun boleh juga, tak ada masalah. They can cross over. So evaluation untuk instructor tu di water dan juga di theoretically lah. Terutama sekali 5 theory yang kita akan cover lah. Jadi dive center and resort juga selalunya kalau dia ada jual retail, dia dah dapat satu ranking yang atas. Dia ada dalam paddy resort, dia ada macam-macam peringkat. Paddy dive center, 5 star paddy resort, 5 star paddy center, 5 star IDC center. Macam tu dia ada ranking-ranking dia. Kalau misalnya dive center tu ada jual barang, detailing, dia dapat satu dan kalau dia juga ada resort, maknanya ada tempat penginapan, dia dapat 5 star dive center. Okay. Lebih percayalah orang kalau kita 5 star dive center. So macam mana dia dapat 5 star dive center tu, because of the services yang dia provide. Termasuk berapa certifications yang dia dah keluarkan per tahun. So dia dapat ranking lah. So whatever we have problems, we have persoalan, kita ada satu wakil yang selalunya akan bertindak ataupun tengok kita punya kebajikan. Selalunya Malaysia, Singapura dan Brunei. Dia ada satu regional manager dan juga satu dia panggil training consultant. So kalau kita tak tanya dia soalan, kalau kita tak gerakkan dia, dia makan gaji buta. Macam kita punya regional manager, Mak Heja, dia base di Kota Kinabalu, dan Jeremiah Fu, our technical education consultant, dia base di Singapore. Dia tanggungjawab dia untuk assist kita kalau apa-apa yang kita ada masalah technical. Okay? Rather than kita pergi ke Australia and come back because of the lack of time. Okay, now we continue. What are the benefits of being a PADI Dive Master and PADI member? Those are the benefits, yeah. Diver education programs and products, issuing certification cards, providing educational consultation, and supporting environment conservation and diver safety. All of this, you boleh participate once you become a PADI member. Once you become a PADI member, you ada access kepada PADI Pro, satu website hanya untuk PADI member saja. Dekat situ ada all the PADI materials, forms yang kita boleh download. Okay, dia akan as a supporting platform yang kita boleh gunakan. Kalau bukan member ataupun kita tak renew kita punya membership, dia akan close lah daripada access videos, posters, kita boleh ambil itu untuk kita punya marketing purposes. Dan juga undersea journal, e-journal yang dia akan email kepada kepada kita secara quarterly. So make your time to update on whatever practices or activities yang diorang jalankan. You earn a credential that allows you to potentially work as a dive professional by assisting with PADI diver courses or conducting some PADI programs independently. Okay, there are courses yang you can conduct independently seperti refresher ataupun dekat PADI dia panggil reactivate. Yang itu kita kena banyak practice because you can conduct you punya program ataupun activity independently without any instructor. Okay. Now, when it comes to a problem, macam misalnya ada dive accident dan diorang akan wujudkan satu panel of investigation. Okay. Salah satu hukuman yang mereka akan kenakan adalah macam gantung, tengok case to case basis macam mana panel of investigations tu buatlah membuat keputusan. Sama ada lesen kita akan digantung, lesen kita akan dipadam ataupun kita dipecat. Mereka ada hak untuk buat demikian. Look at case to case basis. Kalau case tu adalah hukum alam, then after investigation, during the investigation dia dah gantung kita punya tu. Dia dah gantung kita punya lesen. After the investigation, dia dapati kita tidak bersalah, dia akan kembalikan kita punya membership. Now, I need you to buka you punya instructor's manual. Look at page 7, Code of Practice. You have your own manual. Manual secara physical pun you ada. That is the latest one, 2020. And on the digital, on your handphone, that is 2019.
PADI member, you agree to the following. You, kat me. Okay, number 1. Put the safety of diving clients and students as your first priority and responsibility. In doing so, abide by the requirements and intent of PADI standards and procedures in the PADI instructor manual, PADI's guide to teaching, training bulletin and other updates while applying your best judgment during the PADI courses and program you conduct. Okay, number 2, although scuba diving is a reasonable safe activity when safety rules are followed, the risk consequence of scuba diving can lead to very serious injuries. Be safety-minded, safety-conscious, and practice instructing and dive mastering professionally. Perform a personal readiness self-assessment before you teach or lead others on dives. This includes evaluating your physical health and fitness for diving, as well as your ability to supervise and respond to diver emergencies on that day and at that location. Personal ability, there is a wide range of physical ability and fitness among dive professionals. Recognize your personal ability and limitations as it applies to leading and supervising divers, including your ability to respond to a diver emergency. Personal ability can change over time. Evaluate your practices and accommodate, if need be, for loss of strength, stamina, hearing, sight, etc. Think through the dive plan and emergency action plan as it applies to any personal limitations. Taking conservative measures such as using certified assistance, diving in favorable conditions, and reducing ratios as needed to reduce risk to those you supervise at your site. Dive site, evaluate the dive conditions and environment and determine if you are ready and familiar enough with it to teach or lead dives there. Knowledge, assess your knowledge readiness to teach or lead divers on any given day to make sure that you are familiar with the standards, latest updates and teaching tools for the PADI program, and that you are aware of the readiness and abilities of your student divers. Confidence, though fully qualified to take on your professional role as a new dive master, assistant instructor or instructor, you can further develop leadership skills and confidence by seeking mentorship by team teaching with or shadowing experienced PADI professional. make appropriate conservative judgment calls as a newly certified professional. After a period of leadership inactivity, this same practice can help assure your leadership skills and confidence. When teaching, repetition is important for mastery and long-term skill retention. Mastering basic skills and breath control in a variety of conditions takes time and practice. Help those you teach and supervise by guiding them through this learning process. Each person has an individual state of mind and comfort level that may be very different from yours and may vary greatly between divers in the group. Be willing to cancel a dive for the group or an individual at any time to err on the side of safety. Okay. Be watchful for signs of diver stress and anxiety and act quickly and appropriately when you see them. Employ effective group control measures in the water, particularly when supervising novice and children. Carry out frequent head counts. Conduct yourself and your PADI-related activities in a professional manner. Represent yourself as a PADI instructor only when you are in teaching status. Only teach courses that you are authorized to teach after receiving notification from your PADI office. For example, you must be a PADI specialty instructor for a particular specialty course before teaching that course. Comply with the intent of the PADI Standard Safe Diving Practices Statement of Understanding while teaching and supervising. Treat student divers and all those involved in dive activities with respect, regardless of age, ethnicity, gender, religious affiliation, disability, or sexual orientation. Don't despise the PADI organization, PADI members, or any other dive industry professionals. Exhibit common honesty in your PADI-related activities. Cooperate during PADI investigations by responding fully and promptly to inquiries. Respect and reinforce the depth and supervisory restrictions as displayed on restricted PADI certification card, such as PADI, scuba diver, and junior diver. Follow a strict code of conduct and abide by the requirements and intent of the PADI member, youth leaders' commitment whenever teaching or supervising children. Follow a professional code of practice toward the environment and abide by the practices and intent of Project Aware. 10 tips for divers to protect the ocean planet in all PADI-related activities. Accept that a criminal conviction involving abuse of a minor either during or prior to PADI membership is ground for denial or termination of PADI membership. Accept that a criminal conviction involving sexual abuse of an adult either during or prior to PADI membership is grounds for denial or termination of PADI membership. No substitute other courses or programs for PADI, TAPREC, and EFL program advertised.
Last, if you breach the code of practice, your PADI membership is at risk. Okay? Dia dah ugut dekat situ. Jangan main-main.
This membership ni automatically when once we complete our DM and above lah.
Yes.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Dan kita kena sign code of practice and statement of understanding. Okay? That macam seolah-olah macam kita punya aku janji. Okay. Now, macam dekat standard katalah kita boleh conduct 8 orang sekali. Tapi kita boleh buat kita punya own judgement. Okay, dia kata dekat sini, dekat 3A, personal ability ya. Diving in favorable conditions and reducing ratios as needed to reduce risk to those you supervise and to yourself. Even though dia kata dekat situ 8 orang you boleh conduct at one time, tapi realitinya boleh ke? And you are opening yourself to a bigger risk. So you put your own limitation. Okay, my standard, mungkin standard PADI kata 8, but I'm putting my standard at 4 orang je at one time. Okay, boleh lagi lah control. Ataupun 6 orang, I need 1 assistant. Ataupun 2 assistant. Okay, boleh. Dia tak semestinya kalau 8 orang karut. Okay. Our next trip, our first trip actually, including seorang junior operator. So 13 tahun very fragile. Okay. Walaupun lah kalau kita nak katakan dia ni berenang cantik, bapak dia pun very encouraging, mak bapak diver, tetapi your commitment to the youth, okay, extra. Nombor satu yang penting let me stress on youth leaders commitment, that the parents mesti sign satu lagi extra form. Maknanya dia membenarkan dan dia faham that anak dia terdedah kepada risiko. Okay. Certain mak bapak ni, dia punya sayang anak, jangan main. Tak boleh sentuh. Okay, discuss disciplinary problems. Kita kenal anak, kita mesti kenal mak bapak dia. So any problems dekat anak, bapak dia mesti tahu. So anything happen, dia tahu yang anak dia sebenarnya dalam kategori degil. Do not engage in inappropriate contact with children. This banyak kali berlaku, limit you punya contact sebab kita memang kena pegang anak-anak dia ni. Tapi anak dara macam tu, jangan take advantage dan dia mesti tahu. Do not engage in inappropriate contact with children. Kita sambung kat sini. So they want you to refer to the PADI Instructors Manual on the Code of Conduct where you can find it and fulfill the Dive Master's duties, which is also in the Dive Master Instructors Manual. And you are also responsible to renew every year. Rugilah kalau kita tak ada kerja, lepas tu kita bayar buta-buta je.
So, tapi kalau tak mau kerja, tak nak bayar buta-buta?
Kalau tak nak kerja, tak nak bayar buta-buta, itu jariah.
Maksudnya kita tak renew lah. And then after 3 years baru kita renew balik.
Okay.
Okay.
In that case, when you submit, there are possibility of you punya proses ditangguhkan. Because dia ada satu lagi jawatan kuasa yang akan menilai. Worst come to worst, dia suruh you conduct ataupun sit for an exam. Like a refresher. Maknanya you kena cari seorang instructor, you sit for an exam, tengok apa recommendation oleh PADI itu. So kalau kena sit an exam lah. Kalau instructor tu minta fee, kena bayar fee lah. And then instructor sign, and then baru dia proses balik. Maknanya kalau kita dah tak bayar kan, tak bayar tiba-tiba kita nak bayar balik. Okay, what is a mentor relationship? Which I already mentioned. What is the difference between mentor and teacher?
Satu mengajar, satu menerima.
No. Not actually quite right. Mentor ni, menerima tu mentee, protege.
Okay.
Mentor ni juga guru. Tetapi guru dia ni, dia bukan macam, kalau teacher, dia habis satu course, dia hilang lah. Dia sampai situ je. But, our relationship now is not until you finish your Dive Master program.
Idola. Jadi idola.
Idola pun tidaklah juga kalau instructor tu pun perangai pun satu macam. Tapi kita ada relationship tu berterusan. Kita punya business tu berterusan. Macam whatever things that encounter during your punya work, and then you got your mentor to refer to. Macam mana masa aku belajar, kau ada ajar ke benda-benda ni? So I would share my experience or kalau case macam ni kau kena buat macam ni. You still learning macam tu. Kalau macam teacher tu dia dah habis dah. Dia punya tanggungjawab sampai certification dah habis dah. Dia tak ada lagi. Your coach, your guide, your advisor. We will discuss how to make judgment call. Macam ni macam mana aku nak buat ni Faisal? So I would give you suggestion. Macam ni kau rasa tak payahlah. Especially kalau bila dia buat medical statement dia kan. Medical statement dia tu macam dia sign yes. Yes, tapi dia punya surgery tu dah lama. So should I accept or shouldn't I accept? So you refer to me. Or worst come to us, I will just like, aku tak tahulah kes kau macam mana, aku tak pernah. So suruh dia pergi jumpa doktor lah. Suruh doktor sign, so kita terlepas. Case to case basis macam tu. We will talk about how your actions and inactions may affect others. I'll pass on my personal tips and suggestion for handling different diving situation. Because during our program ni sampai hujung tahun pun, insyaAllah lah, there are things that di luar curriculum ni where you cannot make your judgment. Macam mana aku nak buat ni? That is the time when the mentor comes, and walaupun you dah certified as a dive master, but I still give you advice. What characteristics allows experts to more easily solve problems than non-experts? Okay. Kalau yang expert, a broad knowledge and skill base allows professionals to be better at solving problems specific to their area of expertise. Sometimes kita pun tak boleh juga, because I am also still learning, especially on certain specialty courses. Okay, tak banyak kan? So itu pun I have to refer to the above me, my course directors or my regional manager on your problem macam tu. Better at identifying cause and effect, relationship to deal with problems and create solutions. Okay. During this course, you will solidify your dive theory knowledge along with fine-tuning dive and rescue skills to be better prepared to solve problems and handle variety of diving situations. Okay. Kita tak cover semua. Okay. Bahan rujukan kita yang paling penting sekali during our course is the encyclopedia. I will not go through page by page, but I will refer to you kalau misalnya on certain part, okay, this is page yang kita kena rujuk, that how do you maximize to utilize the encyclopedia. Why does it benefit you to have a different reference library, and what might you include in such a library? Macam buku-buku rujukan yang lain lah, tapi sekarang ni kebanyakannya dalam internet je dah dapat cari. Macam kadang-kadang you as a dive master kan, dia nak minta your tanda tangan apabila dia habis dia punya log dive. Dive master, you punya guide, dia nak suruh you tanda tangan. So dia tanya tadi, Zam, aku tadi tengok ikan, aku nak tahu ikan apa tu. So for myself, I own an e-book. Dah ada e-book tentang ikan. So kita buka, sebab buku ikan tu tahu tak yang buku yang kulat yang hard cover tu. Sampai dah certain tu dah lunyai. Kebanyakan tu dah hilang page, dah lunyai. Sebab orang tu flip.
Reeffish ID, Tropical Pacific.
Yes. I have it on my laptop. So macam fish, dia akan rujuk pada dive master. Tadi kita tu lain macam ikan dia apa So kau rujuk lah that you have in your e-book lah. So benda tu tak kalunyai lah. So dia just macam refer. Oh, dan then dia interesting. And then you pula bagi input yang lain. Ikan ni macam mana. That makes your interpersonal skills and your relationship with the divers tu more interesting. Nanti dia bagi tip. Masalah dia bagi tips. Tak adalah sangat. Underwater imaging, gambar, foto, photos is very important. Kita bagi extra service. That all depends on you. If you want to make extra money, charge them. Kita ambilkan gambar dia, then you charge them. Setengah-setengah tu they even edit for you. The racks, you share your photos with them, coastal navigation, and dive equipment care, maintenance and repair. So you provide those extra services to them. Okay, these are the specialty courses that selepas ini. Tengok, Paddy, pandai tak? Belum habis lagi dia dah promote dah instructors specialty courses, okay? Other specialty courses that you could, kalau you nak gain more knowledge, you become a REC specialty instructor, boleh. Okay? Tapi setakat kalau dive master, you can boleh dah apply untuk menjadi digital underwater photographer instructor and emergency oxygen provider instructor. These are two courses that you could apply sebelum jadi instructor lah. Tech Rec, this is recreation, dia panggil commercial divers, or ada Rec, Tech Rec 50, Tech Rec 100, 120 macam tu. Ikut kedalaman lah, 100 tu means like 100 meters lah. Okay, that is also you could venture into diver related. And also kalau misalnya you want to jadi macam Discovery Scuba je. Dia panggil Discovery DSD Leader. Discovery Scuba Diving Leader. Setakat kalau dive master je, by right, according to the standard, you are not qualified to teach or certify DSDs. So you have to apply to become a DSD leader selepas dive master. Okay, maknanya you conduct DSD je lah. Either dekat kolam ataupun dekat pantai. Ask if you don't understand something. Okay, start assignments and give yourself adequate time to prepare. Macam the assignment dah start kan, you dah ada. So macam I will give you what are the things that we will cover next week. So you start your own preparations because mature student, professional students tu banyak independent. Okay, don't limit yourself. Pursue your interest on other references of learning on the same topic. Okay, that's about it. Question number 1.
Okay, growing number of dive operations have staff dress codes. How does this benefit the perception customers have over the operation in general and staff members in particular? Okay, my answer is professionalism and role model behavior. Recognizing and supporting the brand, look prepared and ready to act the part as a dive master.
Okay, ada tak sesiapa yang mempunyai jawapan selain daripada itu ataupun nak tambah-tambah?
Yeah, Syaril. Okay, my answer for the number 1, to make sure everyone follow all the PADI SOP and the safety. It's more well organized, the event and equipment will more well maintained. Everyone will more understand about their scope of work and have a good teamwork and more fun.
Okay, Syaril untuk dress code,
Yeah.
dia tak ada dalam SOP. It's all about
okay.
professionalism. Dia tak nak bercakap pasal kita kena pakai baju macam ni. Tak ada, dia tidak ada macam satu uniform. Okay? Dia bukannya satu standard procedure. Tetapi kenapa kita ada beberapa dive center yang terutama sekali macam 5 star, dia ada macam uniform dia macam dekat sini. Kan?
Dia marking dia siapa.
Sebab dia tak nak kru dia tu nampak selekeh dan menunjukkan professionalism dan nampak macam seragam macam tu. So nampaklah dia professional begitulah. Okay, ada yang pakai yang tak ada lengan, ada yang pakai baju tak basuh, dan ada yang Heineken kat depan macam tu kan. Tapi akan menimbulkan sedikit lah ada apa ni, ada macam persoalan sikit lah daripada customer. So kebanyakannya dive center tu dia cetak dia punya t-shirt sendiri. So tetapi apa yang Paddy pentingkan adalah bersikap profesional daripada penampilan kita. So kadang-kadang kita pakai cap tu kat belakang macam hip hop kan. Itu dah nampak macam apa ni, macam kalau kita pakai cap tu mas lah, cantik macam tu lah. Macam tu kan. Tak kisahlah, brand tak kisah. Janji kita kemas dan nampak professional. Walaupun kita punya knowledge tu tak penuh lagi. Kita nampak professional. Dia tak ada dalam standard operation. Okay. Answer is, a dress code makes the staff look professional. It benefits customer perceptions of the operation and the staff because it gives them credibility, kepercayaan daripada customer ataupun student divers kita. Respect, trust and confidence. Okay. Credibility. Okay, that is the answer. Okay, next, Syaril.
Okay, list of number 2, list of the least 5 characteristic of the good role model PADI dive master. Okay, number 1 will be excellent dive skill, be a good role model, having good fitness and healthy, gear up to date and well organized and fun.
Ada dalam page Panpezam kita bincang semalam minggu lepas. ada dalam page
4 ke 5 yang tu lah.
page have excellent part 3 and 4. Any 5.
3, 4, yes.
Okay?
Yep.
You can look that one. Okay,
10.
those are the
list semua je.
so any 5 you can include dekat jawapan tu, betul. Zu, nombor 3.
Nombor 3, certified divers are responsible for following the safe diving practices they've been trained to use. However, if they see a professional disregarding them, how may that affect their perceptions? Jawapan saya, it will give them the image of that it's okay to go against the rule. It will affect their safety.
Yes. Yang ini penambahan dia kan, kalau kita professionalism tu kita tak tunjuk, ia menimbulkan persoalan dari kalangan divers. Dia punya perception macam dia pandang rendah dekat kita. Kita tak nak pun kita nampak dihormati, kita tak nak. Tetapi kita tak nak dipandang rendah. Maruah kita mesti tinggi sikit, up sikit. Okay? So kita tak nak kita dipersoalkan selekehnya. Kan? Macam kita tak tunjukkan sebagai satu role model kepada customer kita. Terutama sekali student divers or certified divers. Okay, yang student divers tu lah kita kena tunjukkan persepsi awal lah. Okay. Apalah Paddy ni kan. That is on page 4. Bullet nombor 4. Bullet nombor 3. Be uncaring and unpathetic of other divers and their skill levels or behaving in ways that cause others to lose respect. These include making demeaning comments about diver abilities and adopting a cynical attitude about customers with less than perfect skills. They akan question your skills, they akan question your attitude and your behavior. Okay? Then now, it is important to be very sensitive about nombor 1, gender. Kalau Muslim tu, dia kalau yang very dia akan very sensitive kepada aurat. Okay? Jangan main-main. Okay, nombor 2 is gender, religion. We have to respect. Kalau ada time-time dia kata dia nak solat ke apa benda, then kita tak boleh nak question lah. Sebab kalau kita tahu dia ni very particular about solat dan kita kena kejar masa, make sure that they go and solat first. Jangan sampai ganggu kita macam time kita nak turun lah, time tu dia nak solat. That is macam kalau kita tahu, kita dah bagi dia ruang masa untuk dia solat and perform dia punya religious belief. Okay? Dan culture dia juga very sensitive. Gender, religion and culture. Okay. This one very sensitive to certain people. Most of people actually. Okay. Kalau yang dah biasa-biasa tu dah tak kisahlah. Kan? Tapi kalau diorang very particular, then you have to macam adjust you punya masa so that they have enough time untuk dia perform dia punya solat. So that time, kita nak cepat ni time tu baru kau nak cakap kau solat kan. Aku macam dah lah kita marah dah tak boleh. Balik kepada sabar tadi tu kan. So kalau kita dah tahu dia punya macam tu, then kita terus masuk waktu je, kita suruh dia solat dulu. Because kita nak kejar masa. Okay? Jangan sampai dia tak solat, dia tuduh kita. Okay? Jangan sampai up to that level. Question number 4. Back to Izam.
Okay, these 5 benefits of being a PADI dive master and a PADI member. Part of the world's most respected diver training, organized, supported by PADI's brand recognition, popularity and promotional effort. Nombor 2, ability to conduct certain PADI programs. Number 3, access to diverse education programs and products, educational consultation, professional insurance, and risk management support. 4, support of environmental conservation. Nombor 5, information through publication and other communication on the pro side.
Okay, dia ada lebih daripada 5 sebenarnya ya. Yes, semua tu bolehlah salin aja pun boleh, tak ada hal punya lah. Okay, so tapi dalam soalan exam dia multiple choice. 120 soalan tu dia multiple choice. So kalau kita faham benda ni as apa benefit kita sebagai PADI member atau PADI Dive Master, boleh. Dia answer tak payah nak hafal, dia keyword aja. Next, dekat sini
Okay, will be number 5.
Yes.
Responsibility of being a PADI dive master. Put the safety in every aspect. Renewing annually, follow the PADI standard and manual. Well organized and professional. Good interpersonal skills.
yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Itu yang penting. Ada lagi boleh juga kalau kita jawab ada yang dari dalam dive master duties. Nombor 6 kita pergi kepada zoo.
Explain PADI Dive Master course differ from the relationship with the instructor in your previous PADI courses. It's a mentor and protege relationship. The coach advisor that explains judgment calls and listen to what you have to say and or think and why. Instructor will share tips, experience and suggestions.
Okay, dalam kata lain apa zoo?
Basically, instructor Dive Master ni macam kawan yang lebih experience.
Kalau instructor
dia
open
boleh
water?
share. Instructor open water more like conventional teacher. Listen and just listen.
Not actually right. Dia berkaitan dengan mentoring. The keyword is mentor. Macam kalau kita instructor open water, saya pun boleh mengajar open water. Tetapi saya habis course tu tutup buku. Macam tu. So dia boleh pergi dekat instructor lain untuk buat advance, untuk buat rescue ataupun pergi kepada instructor lain lah mana-mana pun dia nak. So tanggungjawab saya dengan student open water tu habis ke situ aja. Tetapi kalau misalnya instructor dive master ni, dia sebagai mentor. Dia punya relationship tu akan ada bersambung selepas dia habis dive master. Dia lebih banyak, macam mana? Sebab dive master program ni bukannya semua kita belajar. Ada kadang-kadang pengalaman atau situasi ataupun senario yang kita macam, macam mana kalau dive master program ni dia cakap macam ni. Tetapi keadaan yang berlaku, kes ni begini. So macam mana kita apply kan? So kita masih merujuk kepada kita punya instructor dive master ni. Sungguh pun kita dah jadi dive master. So kita punya relationship tu sebagai mentor dengan protege. Masih akrab. Masih kita lebih in contact, masih berhubung. Sungguh pun masing-masing kita dah jadi profesional, dah seorang dah masa, seorang jadi instructor macam tu kan. Macam Syaril dengan Mio, you still ada the relationship going on selepas ini. Betul ya?
How does having a dive reference library relate to ability to solve problem as a diving expert? Expert is a given field are better. Experts in a given field are better able to solve problems than non-expert because they have large knowledge and experience base to draw upon. Okay, this allows them to recognize the relationship of factors involved and better define the problem. Dive reference library help develop my knowledge base and puts the resources at my fingertips.
Ya, ada jawapan lain tak nak share? Sebagai tambahan kan, sebagai rumusan apa yang Izam cakap ni, mereka saya dah bincang dengan Izam minggu lepas. So apa yang ada dalam 2pack tu, walaupun berat bukunya, tetapi kita sepatutnya ada rujukan-rujukan lain yang kita boleh refer seperti Fish ID dan tips-tips yang lain daripada rujukan-rujukan yang lain. mungkin under seasonal, selepas kita dah jadi PADI member, nanti dia akan bagi kita majalah setiap quarterly. Dan itu akan jadi kita punya bahan-bahan rujukan untuk update kita punya current issues tentang diving sendiri ataupun skill ataupun update. Contohnya macam COVID-19, dia ada macam-macam skill yang ada physical contact, dia dah ubah. So apa yang perubahan tu kita kena update lah. Dia dah bagi tahu kan. So kita kena update. Oh dulu kita belajar macam ni, tetapi selepas COVID ni dia dah ubah certain skill yang kita tak boleh nak gunakan cara yang lama. Macam katalah equipment exchange tu, kita ataupun open water lah, kita guna alternate air source kan. So yang alternate air source yang warna kuning tu, kita tak boleh pakai. Sebab ini adalah kepunyaan kita punya body. Sebab dia takut itu ada menggalakkan transmission of risk. So dan exchange mask pun tak boleh lagi. So itu dalam equipment exchange ataupun stress test yang anda semua akan stress nanti. Ya, jawapan dia. Nombor 8 kita bagi kepada Syahril.
Okay, 5 type of additional training you may want and how each may benefit you. Number 1, I choose a dive, travel and dive destination. Earn you more money, experience and more fun. You will travel. And then number 2 will be dive equipment design and care to make you as a role model and understand about your about the system.
For the equipment
System, yeah. In case of emergency ke apa kan, at least kita tahulah sikit sebanyak untuk repair je mana yang boleh. Right. And then coastal navigation, seaman and boat handling. Yeah. Will be more experienced on the sea, avoid to get lost kan, and know what to do in case they got an emergency with the boat and etc. And then training aquatic organism and environment conservation number 4 to gain more knowledge on how to preserve the nature and maintain shipwreck and history to become a part of the history and now how important to make to marine life.
Alright. Dia variety Katalah lepas dive master tu, kita dah belajar semua secara general dan kita nak fokus kepada satu bidang yang lebih spesifik dalam diving. Katalah untuk wreck ataupun cave. So kita pergi kepada buat specialty or MSDT dipanggilkan lepas kita jadi instructor. Master ambil specialty dan kita ajar khusus kepada itu je. Ataupun kita nak ajar EFR. EFR je. Ambil EFR instructor. Dan kita ajar, itu lagi buat banyak duit. Ajar dekat hotel-hotel, semua nak renew EFR kan. Hotel, kilang, tak payah masuk air lagi dah. So boleh kita lebih fokus kepada satu bidang yang lebih spesifik. Dipanggil specialization. Macam Mio dia pergi technical kan, dia pergi tech rack macam tu kan. So dia nak mengajar technical je lah. So dia lebih khusus, specialize. Alright, kapan dan that's it. Kita ada dalam 3 minit, kita akan teruskan.